Hey guys, I just wanted to come up here and share something that I've been learning through my reading in the book of Isaiah. So currently I'm reading the book of Isaiah like a chapter a day just because I need to be scheduled to be consistent in things. So I just chose to read Isaiah. I haven't really ever studied it and took it chapter by chapter, obviously verses here and there. But I'm really excited to start this study. I'm on chapter 3 currently, but today I'm going to be talking about chapter 1. So one thing that really stood out to me from chapter 1 was verses 11 through 16. And basically it's just talking about how Israel's sacrifices and their worship, their offering, their just incense, all of that wasn't pleasing to the Lord, and it was actually disgusting him. So I'm just going to read a few verses. It says, "What makes you think I want all of your sacrifices, says the Lord. I am sick of your burnt offerings of rams and of the fattened cattle. I get no pleasure from the blood of bulls and lambs and goats." And then verse 13 says, "Stop bringing me your meaningless gifts. The incense of your offerings disgusts me." So just all of that really hit hard because it just made me think about how God, in the Bible it says the Lord inhabits the praises of his people, and that's how I always viewed worship. Okay, we're worshiping him, why would he not take it? I never really viewed it as wait, sometimes our worship isn't pleasing to him, and sometimes he's not receiving it. He actually would rather us just not worship at all. And before verse 11, prior to that, Isaiah talks about how Israel was rebelling. They didn't recognize their master. They didn't recognize God's care for them. That's verse 3. And then verse 4, corrupt children who have rejected the Lord. Verse 5, they're inviting punishment. They're rebelling. He's asking them, must you continue to rebel forever and stuff? Your heart is sick. Your head is injured. You're being disobedient, you're rebelling, you're living worshiping idols and adopting all of these pagan ways of worship. And so when I got to verse 11, it was worship is so much more than just giving God something, just sacrificing, just giving him things, but it also, worship is tied to your lifestyle and your obedience. So my note for verse 11 through 16 was, does my life and obedience allow my worship to be received? Does my obedience allow God to be pleased by my worship, or am I being disobedient to the point where he doesn't even want me to worship? He doesn't even want me to bring my offerings and sacrifices. And I think that's just really important to remember. Are we being obedient, and is our worship pleasing to God? But that's all I want to say.